What's going on, you guys? Welcome back to another video. And I want to thank y'all for the birthday wishes. I really appreciate that. So in this video, I'm going to talk about 5 ways the narcissists will try to ruin your peace and happiness. They use some of the most toxic techniques to come after you in order to kind of control your mood, to kill your joy, just to take over the moment. And some of those things they do is, number one, they interrupt your sleep, which makes you sleep deprived. They know by doing this, you would just kind of be off. You'll be running on fumes at work, especially if you work a full-time job. And, you need your energy. Everybody don't sit behind a desk at work for 9 hours. Some people actually have to get up and do manual labor. They actually have to, be constructive with their hands or whatever. It doesn't matter. Even if you are sitting behind a desk, you know, you want to be energized enough so you can perform your job well. But you can't if you're running off of 2 and 3 hours of sleep. And a lot of times the narcissists, they do this on purpose because they know that it's going to be difficult for you to fall back to sleep. Now, it may affect them as well, but they're used to it, so it doesn't matter if they lose sleep. They want to do it to you because they hate to see you sleeping peacefully. They hate to see anybody at peace if they're not. If they're up all night and their mind is all over the place. What they want to do is show you, if I gotta stay up and feel this way or whatever, or lose sleep, then I'm gonna make you feel the same way. Petty, just petty, childish, and low down and dirty. So that's why they do things like that. Number 2 is they take over your spotlight. And I talked about this a lot before in older videos, how you can be having a moment, a moment to where the spotlight is on you. Someone is congratulating you for something, you receiving an award for something, anything. It can just be a simple compliment. The perfume you're wearing, the cologne you're wearing, your hairstyle, your clothes, anything. A person could give you a compliment, and the narcissist want to take over and kind of bring attention towards themselves by pointing out a way that they kind of up you on something. I remember being at a cookout, and somebody was like looking for, a different variety of music to play. So I'm like, well, I could go get my CD book out the car. And I went and did that. And then someone else just started to holler out, the person was like, ooh, I like this. Ooh, I need to borrow this. I need to use this. You got a wide variety of everything that I listen to. And I say, yeah, because one thing about me, I'm a music lover. You're going to find a little bit of everything in there. And so the person was like, you ought to see mine bigger than that, my book. And they just kept saying it until they got the attention they wanted. So that's a way that they try to take the spotlight off just simple things. Things that doesn't even matter. Like, okay, you got that. I give you the credit for that. And what? What you want a cash reward for it? It's not a competition. I'm just giving someone a compliment. You want one as well? I can give that to you. You feel better now? And it doesn't matter what you do or say to a narcissist, because when it comes to you giving them that compliment, they still need to make sure that that compliment is more than what you gave the last person. They gotta beat you on everything. The next thing is they make scenes and throw tantrums. This happens at gatherings, birthday parties, Christmas parties. Anything that doesn't focus the attention on them. Once they notice that too much of attention is drawn somewhere else, just what I just mentioned. It's just like they they lose a part of themselves even more. They just don't feel like they exist in the moment. So they got to do something to draw attention toward themselves. So they may start it intentionally, start an argument with somebody. They might get very drunk, just get highly intoxicated and just cause a scene and act a plumb fool. I have seen one that needed so much attention at her sister's party, and people are still talking about this till today. She loves to drive like a bat out of hell, and I'm gonna get to that too. Just like real macho like, and got to let everybody know, I could put my feet on the accelerator. I could show y'all what I'm working with on the road. Like I could street race. Just very competitive for no reason at all. But this person had no reason to be behind the wheel. People were trying to stop her. She was being very irate, got violent, and then people just like backed off. And so the alcohol had took the best of her for the moment. She passed out, and people just left her alone because everybody was just done. Like let her be. It'll wear off. When she came to, she still was a little tipsy or whatever, still a little staggery. She got in her car and left. And it's like she came flying back up the street like she was determined to have that moment, because everybody ruined it for her by making sure that she don't get on the road and harm herself or somebody else. That's how crazy they are. So what she did was, it's like she tried to do like a she tried to do like a daredevil stunt and take the car and fly over a ditch. Just crazy. But good thing she didn't hurt herself. But I think she messed up the front end of that car pretty bad. But anyway, that was just an example of how narcissists, they make scenes, throw tantrums, and just do stuff that just makes them look bad, And they always give themselves an excuse to behave that way. It must have been something in the alcohol. Like they'll blame it on somebody must have spiked the punch or something like that. Like, you came here with getting drunk on your mind. So don't even try with that. Another way that they try to ruin your peace and happiness is by playing loud music. They play loud music like neighbors, narcissistic neighbors. They play loud music constantly. They have that sense of entitlement. Now, there are times, like, it's okay to feel entitled about stuff. Because I know a lot of time I don't really make myself clear when I say sense of entitlement. I'm talking about a narcissistic sense of entitlement only. When I speak of it on my channel, I'm talking about when a narcissist feel like they should be treated in a special way because they are who they are, which is nothing special. You're no different from anyone else, and you're looking for this special treatment at all times from everyone. Like, why? So that's what I mean about, a sense of entitlement. And they have a nasty attitude about it because they can't really handle rejection well. So they start to act a plumb fool behind not having their way. That's what I mean about sense of entitlement. They feel as though, okay, well, I live here too. I have the right to play. They never say I can't play music. They'll say things like that if you try to approach them about, could you lower your music a little bit? It's disturbing the peace. So they disturb the peace intentionally because they do not have respect for other people's space and privacy and things like that. They just feel like they could come stomping and they have to make noise at any interest to let folks know that I am here, I have arrived. Like they deserve a round of applause or something. Or, beating of the drums or something. They always want to feel special to everybody. So that's what I mean about sense of entitlement. Let me see, I also wrote down, they do stuff like, now I'm talking about the neighbors. And I haven't had to deal with the neighbors, y'all, because let me give y'all a quick story. So the north neighbor, the Freddy Kruger narc neighbor. Well, he's the only narc neighbor I had. Okay, so he was living with his elderly mother. For all this time, this man is like well up in his 60s, probably knocking 70. His mother had come, she got real sick to where the ambulance was coming over there on a regular basis. And she have a home health care nurse. I know y'all know about the nurses that come in and sit in the house with the people who's sick. But the nurse had started to complain that her living conditions were not acceptable, being the fact that this is an elderly lady and she need around the care, assistance and stuff with her medicine and just everything. And the thing about it is, he wasn't giving her that. And I was just like, y'all don't know how long I had to deal with things he was doing to target me and just bother me and everything I went through for years and years and years of just this narcissistic harassment from this man. And so, when you get that peace of mind, when you begin to heal and just not really pay so much of it, give it so much of your attention, that's when you're going to see God deal with that. And you may even get the pleasure of witnessing. But I didn't. What I start to notice is that he wasn't sitting outside no more. In the front of the house, a lot of that junk he had, because he's such a pack rat. He's so nasty. He don't know how to get rid of them. I start to notice that it had cleared out. And I'm like, I wonder, did the city come now and clear all, throw all that stuff away or give him a citation? So I start seeing different cars over there, which is her other children who are still living. A lot of them live upstate in Chicago, New York, different states. A lot of her other children came down here, and I guess they all had a meeting and agreed upon having him removed from their home, and they put his tail in a hotel room on the other side of town. And I heard about this from another neighbor. So, so he is out of there. I don't have to deal with that no more. And his other siblings, his other sisters and brothers, the lady's other children, they so nice and kind and friendly. And it's peace. You could just feel the peace in the atmosphere just in that little small part of the block where I live. And y'all know he lived across the street from me. But he's been gone for months, probably, 6 or 7 months now. And it's just been peaceful because he did a lot of stuff to bother me, just to try to get a reaction out of me because he couldn't get any attention from me. And that's what they do. So anyway, back to the 5 ways that narcissists try to ruin your peace and happiness. They do things like that. They like the use the lawnmower like at strange times of the day or night. Some of them go out there and try to cut the grass at night, playing loud music from either the house or the car. They like to rev up the motor in the sports car or the motorbike. They like to get on the 4-wheelers and make noise with the 4-wheelers up and down the street, especially if it's like a tight area. Like the narc neighbors, when they're trying to target a certain person who's not giving them attention, like, showing them that you like what they got. I like that, just constantly giving them praise for something or overly admiring their belongings. They gonna make noise to get to you as a way to show you I'm still here and I ain't going nowhere and you ain't gotta like it. No, I don't have to like it. It's my preference. I don't have to like what you have, but you should want to respect people's, peace and quiet, and you don't, because that's just some of their toxic traits. So yeah, they do things like that, just unnecessary loud noise and loud cackling, laughing and talking loud and just being Y'all know, just doing the most for nothing. So when they do things like that, they doing that just to try to ruin your peace. They doing it as a way to show you, I'm trying to get to you, because I can't break you easily enough. I need you to show me that this is bothering you. Of course that gives them the supply. If they can even get a little argument out of you, even when they're wrong, you know, they would get an argument out of. They'll go for it, even when they're in the wrong. And the fifth thing is they do things like ruin your birthday happiness by bringing up old stuff. They bring up old things like say for example, if you're going out on a birthday day, you at a dinner that other people have, they got this going on for you. They invited you out to dinner and it's a birthday surprise. You bring your narc partner, and the narc partner have to make a scene, try to start an argument, or do things to just insult you. Just stupid, pitiless stuff that they do. But other things that narcissists do when you are alone. Oh, and mind you, like when when it's like a crowd of people who you're around with the narcissist. When they try to do things to annoy you on purpose in front of people, it's like that's when they try to gaslight you, bring up stuff so other people could look at you funny. But anyway, it all just takes away from your moment. And this is your birthday, when you shouldn't have to deal with this, toxic energy, this foolishness. Like, can I please get a break from it? Not today, of all days. They will not let you go a full day of having just some peace and happiness and joyfulness to yourself without them taking a part of that from you. And the last thing they do is things like, now this is when it's just you two alone. What they'll do is like, when it's close, say for instance that you're talking to the narc, it's close to your birthday and you bringing it up and you're expecting like them to be like, which they probably not, don't even hold your breath, to wish you a happy birthday and at least just be good today. They may even do stuff like bring up, oh, let me check my voicemail. I didn't know someone had called me. I had so many missed calls, And then they be like, let me check the voicemail. Oh, it wasn't nobody but you. I didn't know you had left that many messages. So you'd be like, oh, okay, well, who else left your message? Well, only one of them was important. Like, just to kind of let you know, throwing it at you that your messages weren't important as the ones that they just checked. They just do stupid stuff like that when it's close to your birthday or an anniversary. They just gotta ruin it just to take over the moment to make you feel some type of way. So anyway, that's all I want to talk about in this video. 5 ways that the narcissists try to ruin your peace and happiness. If y'all have anything you want to add on to that list, feel free to leave it down in the comments section. Thank y'all for watching. Thank you again for the birthday wishes. I appreciate it, and I'll talk to you soon.